Good morning, beautiful souls, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. If you're live, it's morning. If you're on a replay, then I'm not sure. My name's Deborah O'Neill. I'm the CEO and founder of BlissBee.me Integrative Holistic Health. I am a certified holistic practitioner. I work in the area of certified advanced integrative energy healing. And I also work with Psych-K, which is with working with your limiting beliefs and kicking those limiting beliefs to the curb and working with what works for you. Good morning, Deepak. I also work with, I love to work with essential oils as well. I've been part of a professional healing oil collective series for the last over 3 years from a lovely lady out in Seattle. Her name is Tiffany Carroll, and love her. And I also work with shamanism, and I study with Sandra Ingerman out of New York. How is it going? How we're in this fire element of the body? It seems like we've been there a long time, but we really haven't. That's part of the process, is part of the journey. And I want to invite you to remember that there's going to be contrasts. Good morning, Marilyn. When we're working with anything, we're going to come up with a contrast. That could be like a little, I call them hiccups sometimes, or thought forms that are stuck in the field that we're going to rattle it out. We're going to shake it out. We're going to actually take that thought form and we're going to move it out of the field. That's what I do as an integrative energy healing practitioner. I have the ability to almost like stroke the field and feel where a thought form or something is that's statically or prickly or sticky or dense or fluid. So each part of the biofield is, it goes from structured to fluid to structured to fluid to structured to fluid and structured and fluid. And that's how that's such an amazing system we have. That's how we have this energetic sort of bubble, and it contracts. It contracts when we contract, and when we're expansive, it expands. And that's why you could be somewhere in a mall and somebody sort of gets your attention, and it's like, wow, that person looks like they're walking on a cloud, or that person has this energy or that speaker that has the ability to reach so many thousands of people in a particular environment. Then they will have had to have worked with their field in order to keep that energy for the duration of the time. I think that's part and parcel of my process. I'm in my process. I'm in my sacred practice. Prior to coming on here, I'm building my field so that I can exude it and share it, and hopefully have you be in a position where you, with your sensory training, that you'll get to feel it and experience it. So that's kind of where we're at, and I try to explain it in a way that you are that person too. You are here, and you're expanding your field so you can share it with your environment, and together and collectively we can share it with the world. So, but with that light, there is the dark. So, it's so important that you believe in yourself. It's so important that you believe in yourself. Can you imagine if I came on here and I didn't believe in myself? What a different experience that would be. I need to believe in me. You need to believe in you. So, and then we have to have the courage. It took so much courage for me to press live, but my why became so much more important than my fear. Your why has to be so much more important than your fear. And the opposite of fear is love. So simply to love yourself that much more and know, that contentment. I will and I can, and I'm going to work to remove these barriers that I'm putting in my way, that my mind is putting in my way. There's no one standing there, I hope, with, pointing sharp objects at you or locking you in a room. Well, we're sort of locked in our rooms, but what a place to be, because we don't need to be in a room. We've got the universe we've got, and digital, oh my goodness, there's such wonderful things that are available to all of us. And as we open to receiving, we'll be more clear on what we want in our life and what we don't want to watch. What we do want to watch, what we don't want to watch. Do I want to watch this person? Do I want to watch this person? And I know that you are so at choice to where you are watching. So if you're watching me, oh my gosh, heart buttons to you. Heart, heart, heart. Thank you. I love you for being here. And I will do my very, very best to add value to your life and your world as we move up the body, up into our higher self, up into our endless possibilities. So let's take a look at what obstacles do for us. Obstacles fortify us, right? We need to sort of dig that shovel in deeper. And you, gosh, I live on a mountain. So if I'm trying to plant anything, I get the joy of about 6 or 8 inches of soil, and then I hit clay. So if I want something to survive in my beautiful landscaping, I need to get past that clay, and I need to dig a hole big enough that I can fortify that area of that circumference that the plant is going to require in order for it to thrive. If I didn't fortify that area and I took that plant and stuck it in clay and took the clay that I dug out and put it on top of the roots, and then so it would still thrive if it had the right environment. And we're like these plants. We are like trees. Like we are like plants, like incredibly so. We breathe out oxygen, or we breathe in oxygen, and the plants breathe, we breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon monoxide. The plants breathe in the carbon monoxide and breathe out the oxygen. Wow. Like, wow. So that's why it's so important to have plants in your surrounding area. That's why it's so important to, if you can grow plants in your home, have plants in your home. Have a plant that is in your bedroom that's going to give you oxygen in the evening, and you're going to supply it with carbon monoxide. It's a beautiful balance of our world. Absolutely, truly outstanding magnificence. So what else? I'm reading off a little thing here. And it says, there's no need to force or push what you want, as when you are in tune with what's true for you, you can experience it with more ease. And that's so true. It's so true. And as we do the work, it's like our strength gets tested. And it's like every time we go up that rung, I said, remember, it comes right back at us. I'm like, oh, you again. Really? Oh my gosh. But how more well equipped I am to deal with it. And I was looking at, stumbled upon one of my favorite gals, Carrie Samuels. She's an astrology person. I'm not an astrology person, but I have a high interest in it because I like to lean into what the universe is offering us. So this year, every single planet in our solar system is going to go in retrograde. What retrograde means is it seems like it stops moving, and it always is almost moving back into itself. And each planet in the astrology has a personality, properties in which that it offers and reflects back to, which it vibrates out, which makes sense based on the size of the planets and the speed in which that they travel. They have these different properties, and the Saturn rings, and Jupiter, is known for expansion, and Pluto, our furthest out planet, is when it moves, because it moves slowly for us, it has a significant impact. So Pluto, speaking of Pluto, just went retrograde. So it's starting to sort of move back in. It's slowing itself down. It has this illusion of moving backwards. And it's going to do that for the next few months. And what Pluto offers us is, guess what? It's no surprise that it's on point with what we're working with. It works with beneath the surface. And it uncovers little secrets that we may have, and it brings us more into our truth. It reveals more of our truth. It allows us to be in more of our truth. How amazing is that? So it's no coincidence that this is all happening during this time. And in this pandemic, you have the choice to be where you want to focus your attention. You can focus your attention to all the, oh my goodness, all the stuff that and propaganda that's out there. I just received this paper in the mail that is EPOCH, EPOCH. I think I referred to it earlier. And I'm so sad with the hate that it had. And I'm like, why is our government mail carriers being allowed to deliver this? Why isn't there a greater awareness as to what's being delivered on the front steps of these houses all over Canada or wherever they've put their direct mailing on? And it had such propaganda to hate for China. And I had felt the sadness, and that instantly went into a blessing to all the people of that ethnicity that is going to receive that newspaper with such a high degree of hate. And they may in turn hate their own ethnicity. And that's not going to put them in a place of self-esteem and their will to, it may not. Anyways, it's just, and it has this heading, Truth and Tradition. And I'm thinking there's absolutely no truth in this, but it's true for somebody else. So there's some part of me that needs to find my meaning making in that it's true for somebody else. So that goes into my own soul searching, and that goes into your own soul searching of when you experience something like that and looking at it and going, And you can actually take a book, you can take something, even if you're buying something, say you're buying a pop, or you say you're buying some food, you hold it, and you know how we do the centering? We can lean into this, we can lean into the book, or we can lean away from the book, or we can lean into the product or lean away from the product, or we can be neutral with the product. So that's another really cool experiment that you can do with yourself and experience what that shows up for you, and start creating that level of awareness of where we're going with this. And wow, my goodness, it's 9 o'clock. So let's lock our feet into the earth. And take our clearing breath. Turn on our sensories if they're not already turned on. All our senses. So important that they're always engaged so that we have that greater present moment awareness. Not in the past, not in the future, but in this very moment. In this very moment, am I leaning into this message, or am I leaning away from this message? And allow yourself to be curious. Allow yourself to be curious. And I'd really like to work with the sensory body today. So let's drop those feet right into the earth. Those etheric feet or those tree roots, and let's let them whoosh right down to the center core. And allow those roots and those etheric feet to go around that crystalline core of the earth. And know that energy, feel that energy that is going to pull up that line right into the lower flat feet, your lower flat feet. And allow it to enter into the ankles, those beautiful joints of the ankles and the calves and the knees. Filling with this beautiful red, if it's red for you today, this beautiful earth energy that's often depicted as red in the yogic writings, and into the legs, and to the hips. Oh, those hips. I hope you've been getting out and doing some walking and having some movement. And into the lower abdomen, the upper abdomen. Make sure that the breath is engaged there. And into the heart. That's our next area, air. Let's expand that with that beautiful Mother Earth energy, bringing into the shoulders, and wash all the worries of the world away. Wash it all away. Allow that sense of freedom and movement in the shoulders and lightness as it comes down the arms and into the hands, so we can work with love and grace and compassion in everything that we do and touch today. If we have the responsibility of feeding ourselves and others, know that our hands are operating with the highest level of love, the higher self. And bring it into the neck, this beautiful area where we can speak our truth and know our truth, and speak with love. Really monitor and be aware of what we are deciding to say. And that if that works with your question, if you've developed a question, what would love do here? What would love say here? And into the head. Allow it to clear the head. This beautiful red Mother Earth energy, nurturing, safety, security. Out the Sahasrara, out 7. Allow it to spill out and all. Feel the sensation of it flowing down the entire outside of your body. This beautiful safety container. Feel the sit bones on your chair. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel that container that you've just created for yourself. Is it stronger than the container that you created 30 days ago? Where are you at now? Where are you at now? And celebrate. If you're the same place, celebrate. You're still here. If it's shifted, observe it and see if it's shifted. And then turn on your dream button. Where do you want it to shift to? What's the bigger picture? It all requires patience and understanding and courage to express what you truly desire to yourself, even quietly, or pen to paper. And then to express it and share it. It's important, I think, to have support. I went so many years without support, being that stronger person, being the matriarch of the family. I thought I was the matriarch of the family. Others just thought I was a pain in the butt. Perhaps. Yeah, to turn on that passion and that power here. And working with that sort of repressed strife that's going to show up. And potential conflict with other people, you know, that's crabs that want to keep you in the bucket. Be aware of that with love, with love. Invite people along so that they learn the language that you're learning. Because you're learning a cellular language. You'll be quiet now as we go into our mantra. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. 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 And as we go into this beautiful mantra of I am that. We settle into our centering. Because I just realized we didn't center and align. Let's settle into our centering. And I'd like you to ponder a question. Am I intentionally dimming my light? What are you afraid of? And I want you to wash that over with love. I am love. I am that. I am light. And as we do that, let's take that thought and let's take it up to that higher self, that universal energy. Let's take it up to divine creator source. Let's take this line, let's take this hairline and feel it, center into it in this container that you have created. Let's take it up, this fine line from the top of chakra 7, straight, no distractions, right to the top, through our solar system, into our galaxy, our Milky Way, into the cosmos. Feel that connection, feel that locking in, that alignment. Snap, we're in. And allow this golden white light, this divine source creator, universal higher self energy. Invite this in. Invite it with permission to heal. And as we breathe it in and we create this expansion and we fill the whole space and all this cellular energy, all these cells, so they too can emit this beautiful light. They have the power to find and chomp up the free radicals, as that's what they do. And invite this beautiful healing energy, this golden white light, into your heart and your lungs and your shoulders and your arms and your hands and down into that fire section, and allow that oxygen, this beautiful breath, to come in with this fire and transmute to ashes all these self-limiting beliefs. And honor them. I see you, I hear you, I know you. You are no longer needed. I am an adult now. I am safe. I have will. I have the capacity to think for myself. I have the capacity to provide for myself. And allow this area to expand with this golden white light. And take it down into the emotional area and the physical safety area of chakra 1, the grounded area. Allow it to fill all these areas, your legs, to give you the movement to move forward in love and your will, your birthrights, and into your feet. And feel these two energies. And say, I am enough. I will, I can. And when you do this, the world will reflect back to you. Reflects back your internalized feelings, good or bad. Good or bad. Being in the state of self-love or self-hate. It's true. Being in a place of being good enough or not good enough. Stepping into that inner child. This is the inner child area too that we'll be working on going in the next few days. Embracing that inner child. That child that's standing in their family home looking out the window going, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? Just asking to be loved. And when this happens, remember, bring yourself in as a witness. You're witnessing, you're not going in that hamster wheel. Recognize that it's time for you to shine your light more brightly and have the courage to be the unique you. free to be me. Let's take 2 minutes of silence. Breathing in the so. Exhaling the hum. I am that. One beautiful, smooth, continuous breath. No jerks. No noise. No judgment. Thank you so much for sitting with me today. Oh, we got 2. Remember, this is your life. You are the boss. And Mother Nature is right back with us here. Spend more time to experience nature. And when you do, I invite you to step into your heart. Tune into your heart. Find out what dreams are buried there. It may be time to resurrect them. Happy writing. In the next few days, we're going to step into some visualization stuff. I think it's important to manifest these dreams, and in order to do that, we have to really be able to see them and feel them, of course. So we'll be doing some visualizations with some sensory stuff. And remember, if you've got something coming up for yourself, regulate. Regulate your feet. Regulate your hands. Regulate your body by rocking. Take good care of yourself, but most importantly, make it a great day. Live bliss, teach bliss, be bliss. Yabba dabba doo. I love you. Bye for now.